Hi, this is Greg with my review of The Help. One of the better movies so far this year, The Help is a look at black women who were household servants in Mississippi during the civil rights struggle of the 1960s. The black women often raised and cared for the white children, fawning over them, while their own children were second-class citizens. Slavery may have been over, but the racial divide in society was huge. Skeeter, played by Emma Stone, is an aspiring writer who comes home from college and decides to interview the maids and housekeepers who keep society functioning despite their being the lowest rung on the ladder. Telling their stories is a risk for the maids, who risk being fired or worse. Let me just say it's nice to finally see a movie this summer that isn't based on a comic book. There's an effort to show the complexity of the situation in that some whites stood up for blacks and some were torn between wanting to go with the flow with the racism prevailing at the time, yet felt the inhumanity of it all. Still, the film makes things look a tad too easy and perfect. The civil rights struggle wasn't a Walt Disney movie. While the movie makes it a joke, you think that after Minnie does the big awful to one white woman, they probably would have found her body in a field or hanging from a tree. In addition, toward the movie's close, as it attempted to wrap everything up into a neat little package, I became aware of about 6 scenes back-to-back that seemed to be nothing more than an attempt to wrench as much emotion out of the audience as possible, rather than being true to the story of the characters. It seemed too contrived by the filmmakers. Here we go tugging at your heartstrings while the violin plays, and it took me out of the story. Something's wrong when you're too aware of the story structure rather than being lost in the movie. Undoubtedly, the best thing about the film is the very strong performances by Viola Davis as Evelyn Clark and Octavia Spencer as Minnie.